kaya kaya. Kaya. Ngan ciri-ciri ngan wulamin balarang binjar bajak nyunga. Mamen janingin nunuk nyinin ngala boja. Mamen janingin nunuk kolin, nunuk pidi kaya. Ask the good spirits to be with us, to guide us, to watch over us, bring us all the goodness, not just for this evening and this weekend, but also on your path and on your journey. Kaya.
Welcome to World Music Café
from Perth, Western Australia. World Music Café is a social enterprise that assists people of new migrant and refugee backgrounds to gain skills, employment and social connection as a valued part of Australia's dynamic, culturally diverse community. World Music Café also features many musicians from around the world who are now living in Australia. In this show, we meet a musical diaspora with strong cultural links to Asian nations. So let World Music Café feed your soul with stories of creative collaboration and multicultural celebration through food and music.
My name is Shutong Liu, and Shutong means red beauty in Chinese. Liu is my family name, which went all the way back to Han Dynasty, which is also the family name of the emperors of Han Dynasty. I've been in Perth for 3 years. I love Perth. I mean, there's great views and nice people. I actually came here for my study, for my PhD. I'm studying plant biology at UWA. This instrument is actually quite famous in China. I'm really into it because of the history I have with this instrument and with my family. Yeah, I learned it in China about 10 years ago. It's actually from Qing Dynasty, and my family is from Han Dynasty, which is about 200 BC. That's why I have this connection with my instrument. I'm surprised how Australian people like Chinese instruments. We get so much positive feedback from the audience. I think World Music Café is a free place that people can express themselves, and it's a free place that musicians can deliver all these different cultures to the audience. And the audience are so nice. They accept all different cultures, and I enjoyed playing here.
My name is Zola Lee. Before coming to Australia, I was traveling around the world as a music backpacker. So I brought my guitar and violin and my CDs having my original songs, English or Chinese, and I was trying to promote myself touring in Taiwan, where I come from, and Europe and Thailand, and Australia is the last stop. I was studying at TAFE, and one of my teachers, she introduced me to World Music Café, so I went online and sent an email to John, the coordinator, and then he got me a gig in 2020. The first time I played at World Music Café, I had a strong connection to the concert, because I feel like as a new migrant, it's very welcoming, and the audience are very intimate. They are very nice people, and they don't judge you because of your looking. There's lots of freedom and stage for migrants. And after that, I have keep on showing my interest in performing at World Music Café. And John, he invited me as an MC afterward, saying that I can try this out. And then I thought, let's give it a go. And it turns out to be something that I can be. I don't need to be afraid of showing myself in a strange way. You can be successful. There's lots of freedom. I love music. I would like to be playing music until forever.
月写的花都如梦，只有那夜来香，闻着夜来香。我爱日月色茫茫，我爱着夜莺啼唱。个人的花瓣的梦，只有那夜来香，闻着夜来香。夜来香，我为你歌唱。夜来香，我为你思量。
My name is Safari Hidayat, but people call me Ali here. So my background is from Java. This instrument came from East Java province in Indonesia. Most of the culture is influenced by the Hinduism in the past. So this music is a pentatonic scale. Even here in Perth, especially, there's a lot of Indonesian associations who promoting Indonesia through the culture, such as the dancing, the music, also the food. Yes, that's one of the my goal to promoting Indonesia to West Australian especially.
Well, I met you in Paris in the Bon Couscous Cafe. You told me your girlfriend was jealous and it's hard to live that way.
My name's Kavisha Matsella, and my heritage is mixed heritage. On my mother's side, Irish, Scottish, Burmese, and on my father's side, Italian. More people know me for my exploration of Italian folk song. I've always wanted to sing, and since I was a little kid, I started singing nursery rhymes for my aunties. I did pretty good at school in grade 7, and I came home after school one day and there was this cardboard box with a guitar in it. I was like, wow. And I played and I played and I played and my fingers hurt so bad, but I just so wanted to play. For me to become a musician and a working musician this long feels like a real miracle.
Out on the hills of Montmartre, I watched the sun go down. I heard a sweet voice ringing through the thrum of the tourist crowd. There was small change at your table. You played a beaten up old guitar. You sang your lost songs for Algeria with the voice of Aznavour.
If my mother, my Burmese mother, hadn't shown me how to play guitar, I wouldn't be here today, you know. The reason I wanted to come here is my cousin is the most excellent cook, and whenever we want a Burmese feast, we come down here. So I thought today it'd be good to come to my cousin's supermarket, full of wonderful Burmese foods, and have a look at the way they do the beautiful food, cooking. So my cousin's been showing me a few things, and you know, food and music, they're like this. This one's the national dish of Burma.
Every morning we eat as a breakfast, you know?
Wow, look at this wild thing. I just love this atmosphere. I love the atmosphere because it's like a warehouse. And when I come into a place where there's lots of boxes of things, it's like a possibilities, the world of possibilities. And also these things represent what people have lost. You know, they've left Burma because, you know, since the 60s there's been coup after coup, war after war. And the Burmese people have suffered a lot, and food is a way to feel home. And so my cousin is, in a way, not only a cook and doing a business, but I think she's created like almost a cultural centre. People come here and they feel the atmosphere of the old country, and it's very important for the immigrants to feel that groundedness in the food. And she cooks so beautifully, and I'm such a bad cook. I need some help, so I thought, why not, you know, come down and get a few tips. So you just let it just...
Yeah, make it crispy.
Yeah.
Like a chips. You boil the veggie separate, and then you have to add it later. But when you add it, you have to put little color and then little spices, all these things, and then you put it.
Okay. And what sort of noodles are they?
The rice noodle. We always have to use the garlic. We always have to use the garlic.
Serious garlic.
Seriously garlic.
I'm Edwin. I play the guitar. I've been in Australia for 20 years, and I'm from Malaysia, from a little island in Penang.
I'm Zola Lee from Taiwan. Been in Australia for 6 years. I play violin with my band, with these guys. I also play guitar and singing Chinese, Taiwanese song.
I'm Billy. I'm from Bali. I used to play gamelan back when I was in Bali. And then my friend was one day, oh, you want to go play some guitar or something? Go to the studio? Okay. Somehow the bass no one touched, so I just thought, oh yeah, I'll pick this one. Because no one really want to play bass. So I picked the bass.
Edwin and I, we met in the farmer's market while he was busking, and I was exploring Perth. And then I spoke to him, wanted to have a jam sometime. And how I met Billy is through another guitarist who used to play music with me.
Well, when I started to play the guitar, I was 11, and then when I was 15, I think, my brother had come to Australia, and he told me about a guitarist called Tommy Emmanuel. So I was quite interested, so I began searching for his CDs. And then I began listening and thought, wow, this is amazing. I began listening a lot to his CDs and began picking up, trying to learn all his songs just by listening to the CD. I would just rewind and pick it up. And then once I was basking in Sydney near Circular Quay, that's near the Opera House. And Tommy Emmanuel was in Australia at that time. He was jogging around there and then he heard me playing his song. And I said, "Hey, Tommy," and then I just gave him my guitar and then he started playing and then I played a few songs for him. After that we began playing together. So that was an experience for me and a dream come true, yeah.
Well, I came to Australia 2008 and then, well, I kind of just went to like English school, learned how to speak English. I just kind of took the chance. I went to see Paul Pooley, which is the head of the bass department in WAPA, and talked to him about how do I get in and stuff, what I need to practice, and he gave me all this list, and I basically spent a month just doing everything just to get into the course, and I got in, and then yeah, graduated, and here I am.
Yeah, when Zola and I started playing together, I think World Music Café was one of the first gigs that we did. We did a duo, and that was the first time that I heard about World Music Café. And after that, I began to learn more, and it's pretty interesting. It's really great to for people in other cultures, other countries that come to Australia. They are able to show what their culture is like through music. So they have a chance of doing that, which I think is wonderful.
My name is Roger Wang, and I just want to say hi to all the wonderful musicians here at World Music Café. Just like Edwin, I'm also from Malaysia, but I'm from the eastern part of Malaysia, on the island of Borneo, in a state called Sabah. I met Edwin actually in 2015, and it was actually our love for fingerstyle guitar and Tommy Emmanuel that brought us together. So it still amazes me how music brings people together like that. The sunatang is a traditional string instrument from Sabah. The sunatang is almost extinct now. In fact, I've only heard about it a few years ago. But there is a movement that's trying to revive it, and this is my contribution to that movement. Music is indeed a universal language. We say this a lot, but it does happen, and I've seen it, and I've been in situations where people coming from different parts of the world with different culture, different religion, different language, but all coming together to make beautiful music together. And there are not many things in the world that has the power to do that. The Kota Kinabalu Jazz Festival started in 2007. I'm founding member and also has been the music director for the event for the last 13 years. The main objective for this festival is to help lift up the local music scene here in Kota Kinabalu especially, to have a platform where the local musicians and international musicians can come, can share and learn. It's wonderful how an event like that can change a music scene. I really like what the World Music Café is trying to do in bringing musicians and music together from all over the world. I think once you look at music from a global level, once you appreciate and analyze it from that point of view, you'll find that we are all very similar. The notes that we share are quite similar, our rhythm, our instruments, a lot of them have very common heritage. And at the same time, we learn to see and appreciate the differences, how different culture would interpret the same things. And this is a wonderful way that we can all get to know each other. And And I think the world will be a better place if more of this happens.
So my name is Wang. I was born in Vietnam and I moved here when I was 5 years old, and I've been living in Australia since. I play the dang bo, or the Vietnamese monochord. It's Vietnam's national instrument. So this instrument is self-taught. My first musical experience was when I was 15 years old in high school. My piano teacher, music teacher at the time, she was like, "Hey, did you want to learn piano?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So me and a friend started piano, and the first year I sort of hated piano. I didn't really enjoy piano, but then then I started to listen to more music and I wanted to play more. So piano was my first instrument. A couple years later I started violin, and then it's just been ever since then. Just the more you enjoy it, the more you love it. And then a few years ago I found dang bo, and then that's just become another collection in my many instruments. I came from a summer camp, and then I had 2 special occasions where I could play dang bo. We were all with me, sort of like teens and students, and they wanted to bring us back just to sort of introduce us, welcome us back home to Vietnam. And it was just a summer camp. We visited different cities. We did a lot of activities like visiting orphanages, some donation, and then we got to learn about the history of Vietnam. So it's a very special sort of event that happens annually, and I was very lucky to attend that. Before I went to this trip, I was quite into it already, sort of my culture. But after the trip, it just made me love Vietnam more and just want to be more culturally active in Australia to promote Vietnam's culture in Australia.
Tonight's workshop was called Finding Your Fearless Note. In our voice, a lot of people's voices, they feel very trapped in their voice, and I feel like I want to provide an opportunity for people to really feel their joy and unlock their voice with their joy. So I've been working on this idea of how do we do that, and I think the main way to do it is to get people embodied and playful. That's what I was saying to people to sing. So I get people to play with stories they've experienced and tell that story through gesture and sound, and then sing it, and then they will find a space in their voice that they perhaps never found before. So that's what we did tonight, and we just went through little stages of games and also getting adults to play. Adults, it's very serious being an adult because you're supposed to be an expert, right? So it's getting people to be in a child space again. So that's what we did tonight, and we did it by stages, and then we all learnt a song together to bring all that energy together. don't have to come to a gig and know the language. You know, all you need is curiosity. And when you're curious, you're really rewarded. And I think that we all came out growing, you know, we grew a bit more because we were all curious. It's very important what the World Music Café does because it brings people together to create these bridges. It doesn't say we are going to make bridges. No, we're going to share food and music. And who doesn't love food and music? And all people come together and then they grow together, their hearts open together, they expand together, and then they go out in the world with that expanded energy and affect the spaces around them. So I think something like the World Music Café creates a haven not only of peace, of joy, of humanity, but of culture. And culture is a way to reflect on what it is to be human. The world makes us all like machines, efficient machines, and we lose our humanity. But you come back to something like the World Music Café and you get your humanity back.